Hey everybody, it's 13th Wolfman. You know what today is? Today is the 31 days of Halloween, day 19. That's right. I had to think about that for a second. On day 19, I gotta say that in the early 2000s, there were two directors that were like on top of everything when movies were coming out. And that's Danny Boyle, who gave us 28 Days Later. Great movie, great outbreak film, great virus film, not a zombie film, don't care what anyone says about that. And Neil Marshall. He gave us Dog Soldiers. He gave us The Descent. And The Descent is what is today's subject. This is a very cool film. It's about six girls, but five of them are like really good friends. The sixth one is like a tag along with one of the other friends. But you got these girls that are all like really good friends, and they always go on these outdoor adventures. You know, it's not running with the bulls or anything, but it's whitewater rafting, it's cave diving, it's parachuting, it's rock climbing, all that kind of stuff. You know, and in this case, they come to the U.S. because they're from the U.K. and they're going to go cave diving. Spelunking, I believe, is the technical term for it. And they all show up, have a little bit of an early party. You know, it's like, hey, we haven't seen each other in a while. Some things have happened, you know, in that time, and let's all get back together and get reacquainted and whatnot. And they, you know, one of the girls filed what's called a flight plan. You know, a plan with the rescue, letting them know that they're going to be going down into a specific caving system. So if they're not found, if they haven't been heard from in so long, they know where to go look for them. Well, Juno, the one that put this little expedition together, she doesn't want to do this other caving system because it's as she's explained to, a tourist trap. They've got guardrails. You just kind of like walk through. It's like Carlsbad Caverns, I guess, you know. And they want to do the stuff where they go down and she wants to find the way out, you know. So she found this caving system that hasn't been discovered yet. No one's gone all the way through it and found a way out. But she hasn't told the other girls about this. So when they get there, she still hasn't told them. They start diving, and when they get halfway through it, she's like, this is an unknown caving system, and the girls are all pissed because, you know, they filed a flight plan for Borman Caves, which is not where they're at. In the meantime, there are some other things under the ground, not just the girls. And that's where this movie gets really interesting. It's such a cool idea for a film. So when this movie came out in 2005, it had two endings. Yep, two. The ending that everybody else around the world saw, and the ending that we got in the U.S. So the one that everybody else in the world saw was this very bleak, very downer ending. And then when it went to get distributed over here, the U.S. distributor said, well, that's a rather bleak, rather downer ending. We need to end it on a high note. So they ended on a high note. And because it did so well in the U.S., they said, let's do a sequel. We'll do The Descent too. They're like, oh, okay, no problem. You know, it makes complete sense. It makes complete sense to the people in the U.S., but not to anyone else around the world, because the ending, the bleak and dire ending, doesn't work for the sequel. So, I just remember when the sequel came out to this, and I had friends over in the UK going, I don't understand it. I don't understand how they could make this movie because of the way it ended. And I'm like, well, over here in the U.S. it ended on a completely different note, so... But this is a very cool movie. I like this movie. I've always wanted to see I'd like to see a third sequel. I don't know if it's really there to do a third sequel, but I just like the creatures in this movie so much. I like the look of the film. And I noticed, it's been a while since I've watched this movie. I've had it on DVD, and I have it on Blu-ray, and it's like, I've watched it on Blu-ray lately, and it's like, there's definitely a difference in picture quality. I mean, there's a difference in picture quality in DVD and Blu-ray, but I noticed that the DVDs are the Blu-rays are even brighter. I'm seeing more. I know this sounds stupid. You're like, well, duh, dude. Of course you're seeing more detail. But I'm saying on the DVD, it's dark. It's hard to see what's going on in some scenes. And on the Blu-ray, it's not the case. I haven't really paid that close of attention to it since I got it on Blu-ray. It's just a good movie all around. I really dug this movie. I'm glad that this is the movie for the 19th day in the 31 days of Halloween. Please subscribe, comment, and subscribe. Always comment. Always have to hear what you have to say. Because of that, I'm the 13th Wolfman. Of course, I'm on the prowl.